Once again, good evening, everyone. Yeah, all good it is now. Good evening, all of you all.
Yeah.
Is the video and audio clear, guys? Hello? Video and audio clear? Yes, no, you can say something. Okay, super. Chalo. Let's start. So, welcome back to the lecture. 1 second. Yeah. So, as we discussed yesterday, that we will be going to do the last part of differential equation, which is exact differential and then application of differential equation. So, exact differentials are rarely asked. Not asked, that means we can actually solve the exact differentials by using linear differential equation. I know you are a bit confused, but let's see what I'm talking about. Let's move on to the next part. So, basically, there is not much theory in exact differential, but let us continue with the questions. I'll explain the meaning of the exact differential again. So, what does this? Yeah, here are my options. As you can see, this is an equation reducible to variable type. Sorry, equation reducible to linear differential equation. And if you remember, the second last or third last sum that we did yesterday in the last lecture was this only. Correct? We divided by xy square. We divided by xy square. But here, let me show you how, apart from our different method, why I'm saying different method, because this method of exact differential is faster and helps us with speed. So let us see what I am saying. First, what are exact differentials? I hope you know something like this. We'll use this space here. I'm suppose I say what is derivative of log x. What is derivative of log x? Correct. So you will say with respect to what? Suppose I said derivative of log x with respect to x. So it will be 1 by x. Correct. But many a times in exact differential, we'll use derivative of log x with respect to what? We will not know with respect to what. So in such cases, we just write d of log x. D of log x means derivative of log x. Since we do not know with respect to what, we will use the same formula or of log x. Derivative of log x is 1 by x. So 1 by x into dx. Why this dx came? Because we don't know with respect to what we are doing. You can understand this like this also. The derivative of log x d by dx is basically 1 by x. So you can say कि हाँ ये cross multiply होके इधर आ गया. But instead of seeing like this, see that derivative of log x will be 1 by x dx if it is not mentioned with respect to what. I hope it is clear. So similarly, if let me write the product rule, right? So derivative of x into y. X into y का derivative, I am not saying again with respect to what. What I am saying is derivative of x into y. It will be x into derivative of y plus y into derivative of x. These are the basic questions. dy is derivative of y. Now, if I say dy upon dx, then it is derivative of y with respect to x. So, only dy means derivative of y. Similarly, if I try to write derivative of x upon y, this is u upon v rule. What it will be? Y derivative of x minus x derivative of y upon v square. So in exact differentiable, what we arrange is the right hand side. we'll arrange the right hand side of this question. So if in a sum we see x dy plus y dx, I can easily write it as dxy and then I can integrate. This procedure is basically called exact differentiable. Clear till here? So let's see this question. Mainly we can solve exact differential if the differential equation is linear or can be made linear. We'll see some cases where the differential equation is not linear, but we'll solve it with exact differential. Clear hai? Chalo, let's rub it and let's look at the question now. So in exact differential, what we'll do is we'll separate dx and dy. That means here I can take LCM. So what will be the question like if I take LCM? It will be x dy, dx का LCM ले लिया, plus y dx is equals to y square ln x dx. Clear this step? Now see the terms which are like we cannot integrate. See these two terms. It is dy, but the variable is x. Here it is dx, variable is y. So this, in my language, I say that these terms are not happy to integrate. Why? Because we will integrate with respect to y, but the term present is x. We will integrate with respect to x, but the term present is y. So these are unhappy terms. On the right hand side, we see dx. So ln x is happy, but y square is unhappy. That means I need to get rid of y square. So I'll divide by y square. So I'll get x dy, group all the unhappy terms on one side, plus y dx upon y square is equals to ln x dx. Now, no need to bother about this term because it is integrable. Ln x dx integration, we know. These are the unhappy terms. So for the unhappy terms, we'll adjust the exact differentiable. That is the right hand side of which I showed previously. So here, since it is starting, I'll say we will divide both the side by x square and then integrate. What happened here? Okay, 1 second. Ha. And then integrate. Acha, we'll not integrate. We'll first see exact differential here. So you might not be familiar what is the exact differential of this. So let me write it as 1 upon xy the whole square. We can write x square y square x, xy the whole square. So here, if I say derivative of 1 upon xy, I'm not saying with respect to what. So what is derivative of 1 upon xy? It is minus 1 upon xy ka square into derivative of xy. Chain rule, 1 upon x ka derivative minus 1 by x square. Why this came? dxy, because I am not sure with respect to what. So what is derivative of xy? We use this, right? So I can write d of 1 over xy is equals to minus 1 upon xy the whole square into derivative of xy is x derivative of y plus y derivative of x. So basically d of 1 upon xy, I got minus x dy plus y dx upon xy ka square. And you can see the right hand side here. Can you see right hand side here? X dy plus y dx upon xy ka whole square. So this is basically, if I adjust minus, it is written minus d of 1 upon xy is equals to ln x into x raised to minus 2 dx. Now I'll integrate both the sides. This integration and derivative will get cancelled and I'll be left with minus 1 upon xy. And here I have to use by parts. So I'll get ln x, x raised to minus 1 into minus integration of. So it will become plus, right? 1 upon x square dx if I use the parts by parts. So finally I get minus 1 upon xy is equals to minus ln x upon x and x raised to minus 2. So minus 2 upon x plus c. I can cancel out minus from all the sides and I can give the minus to c. I can give the minus to c, so it will become c dash. So basically I'll get plus. Correct? So which is my option? I think it is option. Oh, we did a mistake here. 2 नहीं आएगा क्या? हाँ, sorry. 2 कैसा आएगा? It will be 1. So basically it is option A. All good till here? As we proceed further, we'll get the hang of what is exact differentiable. We just need to arrange the right hand side. Starting mein I'll help, but don't worry. Once you get the hang of it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay? All good till here? Yes or no? Sorry. See again. Next, we'll see one of the simpler sums, and then we'll move on to the next. Please remember the procedure. Procedure is unhappy terms को एक side लाओ, and then try to form exact differentiable, and then integrate both the sides. This is integration by parts, very simple, and here this I want you to understand. Clear? Today you are not answering. Is everything all right? Or you are busy somewhere else? All good? Yes or no? Come on, guys. Next, let us see this question. Chalo. All good till here? Okay, fine. Chalo. Here again, same. What we'll do, we'll group the unhappy terms. So let us expand this. Means bracket open karunga. So I'll get 5x square dx minus y dx plus x dy is equals to 0. Which are the unhappy terms? These two. Why? Because here dx के साथ y है और dy के साथ x, right? So I'll bring them to the right hand side, or I'll bring this to the right hand side. So I'll get x dy minus y dx is equals to 5x square dx minus 5x square dx. Now can you see what is this? Basically, if I write derivative of y upon x. So what is derivative of y upon x? X derivative of y minus y derivative of x upon x square. So I have to adjust the right hand side. In the right hand side, I can see x dy minus y dx. We just need upon x square. So I'll divide by x square here, divide by x square here. So this will get cancelled. So what is this? This is derivative of y upon x is equals to minus 5 dx. Now integrate both the sides. So your derivative and integration will get cancelled. I'll get y by x is equals to here minus 5x plus c. So what is my answer? Y by x. Okay, we'll cross multiply. So I'll get y is equals to minus 5x square plus cx. So that means option is B, right? Y plus 5x square is equals to cx. Simple. Got it till here? All good? Let's see then next interesting question. Yeah, this one. Sure. This is also an interesting question. I have been given the differential equation this, and they are asking the value of log x plus y. So again, let us just group the happy and unhappy terms. Here what I'll do is one direct method, not direct method, we can just bring x plus y in denominator. So I'll get dx plus dy upon x plus y is equals to dx minus dy. Clear till here? Now, these dx and dy are happy. Why? Because they have 1. 1 का तो integration x या तो y होगा ना. But here, let us adjust this. So let's say, suppose I find derivative of log x plus y. Derivative of log x plus y. So what is derivative of log x plus y? Log x का derivative 1 by x plus y, and by chain rule into derivative of x plus y. So I'll get ऊपर dx plus dy upon x plus y. So as you can see, this is my RHS, dx plus dy upon x plus y. So I can write this as derivative of log x plus y. Clear hai? So here I'll write this is derivative of ln x plus y. Here it is as it is dx minus dy. Correct? Now I'll integrate both the sides. So here integration derivative will get cancelled. I'll get ln x plus y is equals to x. Derivative of dx, one is x minus y plus c. Right? So we want the value of log x plus y. What is the value of log x plus y? It is x minus y plus c, which is option number 3 or C. Is it clear till here? Yeah, very good. Superb. Option C. Chalo. If it is clear, I think these questions are enough for now for exact differentiation, because your pre-board is starting in December, right? And we have to cover the chapters after this are vector, 3D and probability. So if you have any doubts or if you want to practice more, just let me know during the lecture in the chat box. As you can see, we had other questions. We will do that also if time permits. But I hope what is the thing of exact differential is clear. Mostly exact differential question are not asked in JEE mains, because as you can see, this is a linear in x as well as linear in y. So I can easily solve by linear differential equation. So all the questions of linear differential equations can be solved by exact differential. You can try it at home. The questions we did linear differential equations in the previous lecture, and try this. So let's look at the last part, which is the important. That the next part is the most important part, which is application of differential equation. Now let me tell you what is meant by application. You must have seen in chemistry or in the chapter chemical kinetics. In chemical kinetics, you all have the differential equation, first order, zeroth order, second order and all, and then you integrate, right? That means to solve, you solve those differential equations to get the first order reaction, second order reaction and so on. Equation, first order equation and on. So that is one of the application that is used in chemistry. Similarly, we have many applications such as population growth of India and anything, या फिर population decline, या फिर decay, radioactive materials, uranium and all, they decay with time. And similarly, we can estimate the population of India in 20 years by using differential equation. We in physics, you might have also used differential equation in Newton's law of cooling. Am I correct? I hope you remember Newton's law of cooling and heating. In that also we use differential equation. So this is one of the application. And what others can I say? In like designing also, like designing a tank, water tank. How many liters of water tank should we design for a building, so that every day, like all the people living in the building gets enough of water. Like that, you might have buildings, you live in buildings or you live in JNV. So JNV mein what tank, like what size, what length, breadth, height, those are the dimensions should we design. So those are some questions, and these questions are many were asked in differential equation. And as I say, you can expect around 2 questions in JEE mains for differential equation. One of them can be the word problem. So let's look at the word problem. There is not much theory involved. We'll just look at the word problem and deduce the equation. Okay. So, all right, we can do or skip this. Should we do it? This is the question. I'll give you 30 seconds to read the question. And what is asked? Options are also given. Yeah. So let me read it with you. There is a firm manufacturing 2000 items. It is estimated rate of change of production with respect to additional number of workers. That means P is production, X is additional workers. Is this? It is already given. Sometimes it may already be given, the equation, sometimes we'll have to make. Here it is already given, so what is left to do? Solve this equation. Solve this means we have three methods: variable separable, homogeneous, linear. I think this is simply variable separable, right? And what is asked? There will always be boundary conditions given, because if you know particular solution, whenever we integrate the differential equation, we always get arbitrary constant. Now, to find that arbitrary constant, a boundary condition will be given. Here it is. At present, this is the boundary condition. I'll let you know how we'll use this. And then after using boundary condition, we'll get the value of C, and then we'll get an equation which we can use to find this. That is, if X equal to 25, X is the additional number of workers. What is P equals to? P means production. So first, aim is always solve. Let us solve this equation. It is very simple. We can solve. We just need to use variable separable. So I'll get dp is equals to 100 minus 12 root x dx. Simply integrate both the sides. So what is integration of dp? D and p will get cancelled. P is equals to 100x minus 12 root x का derivative 1 upon 2 root x plus c. Here I can cancel it and write 6. So I got this equation. Now to get the value of c, a boundary condition will be given. I said this is the boundary condition at present. At present means time t equals to 0. Boundary condition. Time t equals to 0. The firm is manufacturing 2000 items. That means P is equals to 2000. So substitute these two values. T equals to 0. Sorry, where is T? No, sorry. X equals to 0. Right. No additional workers. X equals to 0. So X equals to 0 at present means there are no additional workers. After that, they added 25 more workers. So X equal to 0, P equals to 2000. Can you get me the value of? I think again we are making some mistake, right? If X is 0, did we integrate properly? There seems to be a problem. I think the question may, what do you think? Is something missing in question or I did a mistake here? Okay, what we'll do? Integration of root x. Oh yes, sorry. We'll have to integrate. That what I made a mistake. Thank you. We had to integrate. I use differentiation. Yeah, x raised to half, na. So x raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. So x raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. So 24 by 3. I'll get 8. Yeah. So if I substitute x equals to 0 here and p equals to 2000, I'll get c equals to 2000. Right. So now my equation will become p is equals to 100x minus 8x raised to 3 by 2 plus 2000. We got an equation. Now they are asking x equals to 25. What is p? Very simple. Just substitute the value x equal to 25. So P equals to 100 into 25 minus 8 into 25 raised to the power 3 by 2 plus 2000. So 100 into 25, 2500 minus square root of 25 is 5 and then cube 125. So 8 into 125 plus 2000. What is 125? Sorry. What is 125 into 8? So I'll add it 4500 minus 1000, right? Yeah. So which is equal to 3500. So what is my answer? It is option B. Now let me tell you a surprise. This was the question asked in previous year JEE. It is a PYQ asked recently, not recently, last 5 years. In the last, I think it is 2016 or 17. Don't worry, we have latest questions also. I am just starting with previous year. So such simple questions are also asked. We just need to figure out what we did. Equation was already provided. We just integrated boundary conditions and then substitute the values. Correct? So let's see the next question if you all understood. So next question is here. Let us see the options also. Yeah. This is also a simple question. Why? Because again, the equation is already given. This is the boundary condition. P of 0 equals to 850. So this is my boundary condition. And they have asked population becomes 0. That means P equals to 0. And we have to find the time. So T equals to 0. Same as previous sum. Let me tell you, it is as good as finding the particular solution. But if you know how to find a particular solution, this is also simple. Now you can see the differential equation. Let me write it in a way we can easily understand. This P of t means P is a function of t. We usually don't write this in our solution. So my differential equation will look like dp over dt. I'll bring that on the left hand side. Minus 0.5 p is equals to minus 450. Now you can see it is a linear differential equation. So dy by dx plus py equals to q. So this, let me denote by p dash, क्योंकि p पहले से है, and this is q dash. What is integrating factor? E raised to integration of p dash into dt. dt, yeah, dt. It is not x, it is t. So my answer will be p into integrating factor is equal to integration of q into integrating factor dt. Correct? So I can easily integrate this. So p into e raised to minus 0.5 t is equals to minus minus will get cancelled. I'll get 450 e raised to minus 0.5 t upon minus 0.5 coefficient of x, right? हाँ तो माइनस तो कैंसिल हो गया ना, सो हाँ प्लस c. So I can simplify it. E raised to 0.5 से multiply, so I'll get p is equals to 950 plus c into e raised to 0.5 t. What I did, 0.5 means half ना, तो ये 900 sorry, it will become 900, हाँ. And I multiplied by e raised to 0.5 t. So I got this equation. Let's use the boundary condition. What is boundary condition? P of 0. P of 0 means t equals to 0, p equals to 850. Now use this and get me the value of c. Chalo, fatafat. Get me the value of c. What is the value of c? It is very simple. Just substitute. Come on. After that, we have to find we have to put P0 and T equals to question mark. Minus 50. Superb. C equals to minus 50, right? So that means my differential equation became P is equals to 900 minus 50 e raised to 0.5 t. Now substitute P equals to 0 and get the value of t. 900 minus 50 into e raised to 0.5 t. So that means e raised to 0.5 t is equals to 900 upon 50, right? So 90 by 5, 18. And if I take log, I'll get 0.5 t is equals to ln 18. So t is equals to 2 ln 18. Is there an option? Yes, it is option 3. Correct? So this is as good as finding the particular solution. It is just given in terms of word problem. Bas. Let's see more questions of this. Yeah. Okay. So this is a geometrical or coordinate geometry question. Please read the question. It says the curve that passes through the point this. That means if a curve passes through the point, it must satisfy. So this is the boundary condition. We'll put the point x equal to 2, y equal to 3 and we'll get the value of c. So, and has the property that segment of any tangent to it lying between the coordinate axis is bisected at the point of contact. So what does this mean is, let us draw a diagram and understand. Here I'll draw. There is some curve where a tangent is drawn at this point. Let me make a good diagram. Yeah. Let this be point B, P x comma y. This is the tangent. It is saying that the segment of any tangent lying between coordinate axes. That means let this point be B, let this point be A. So AB is the segment. Is bisected at the point of contact. P is the point of contact. So it is saying P is midpoint of AB. Right? Here, as you can see, the differential equation directly is not given. We have to form the differential equation. So how will we form? We can easily form. How? We can get equation of tangent. What is the equation of tangent? Y minus y1. I'm using capital Y because we have already used the point like small y here, right? So y minus y1 is equals to slope of tangent into x minus x1. We can get the point A and B. A is the x-intercept, B is the y-intercept. So for point A, what we'll do? Point A के लिए x-intercept चाहिए ना? So to get point A, x-intercept कैसे मिलता है? Put y equals to 0. Capital Y, we are using capital Y because we are using small y here. So that means I'll get point A as point A तो y x axis पे है ना, तो यहाँ पे तो 0 ही मिलेगा. What will be point A? Put y equals to 0. So I'll get x minus y by m. And similarly, for point B, y axis पे तो ये 0 होगा and this will be x की जगह पे 0 होगा. X is 0. So that is y minus mtx. So I got the coordinates of A and B, right? Now just use the midpoint formula. P is the midpoint, right? So P will be equal to, let's take the y coordinate first. So if I take y coordinate, sum of y coordinates upon 2. That means 0 plus this upon 2. That means y minus mtx upon 2 will be equal to y. Here, midpoint hai na? So sum upon 2. So if I cross multiply, I'll get 2y. Simplify karo, 2y. So y. Y is equals to mtx. I got this. Now, What is mt? Let me write it again here. Yeah. Y is equals to mtx. Mt is slope of tangent. So how do we get slope of tangent? It's application of derivatives. It is dy by dx into x from application of derivatives. Simple variable separable. So what I'll get? Dx upon x is equals to dy upon y. Integrate both the sides. So ln x is equals to ln y plus c. Or if you know, we'll write it as ln c. So I get x equals to cy. Correct? Now, if you remember the question, it was given it passes through point 2, comma 3. If it passes through point 2, comma 3, that means 2, comma 3 must satisfy. Put x की जगह पे 2 is equals to c, y की जगह पे 3. So I got the value of c as 2 by 3. So put the here. So x equals to 2 by 3 y. So 3x equals to 2y. So 3x minus 2y equals to 0 is the required curve. Correct? I hope it is clear. And we didn't made a mistake. Option 4. अच्छा, option 4 आ गया था पहले से. Very good. It is option 4. Correct? So these are the applications. Let's look at some more applications. Yeah, this is a good question. It is also a previous JEE question, latest, like in the last 2-3 years it has came. From next time I'll also write where it came. Here, JEE 2015 and all. Right? It will be helpful for you too. So, please read the question. It says, let I be the purchase price of an equipment and VT be the value after it has been used for T years. Okay. So, the value, a differential equation is already given. We just need to integrate, and T is the total life in years. So, T, capital T is the total life in years. Then the scrap value of V of X. Scrap value, I hope you know. Like after using an instrument, generally we give to the कबाड़ वाला, right? So कबाड़ वाला क्या करता है, उसको तोड़ के scrape करके वो अपना वापस बेच देता है. So that is called the scrap value. You must have heard this. So we have to find VT, right? So VT out of these options. So let's write the equation without this T and all. So my equation is dV upon dt is equals to minus K into capital T minus T. Now note that here capital T is constant. Why? Because capital T is the total life. Total life is always constant for an instrument. So I'll consider capital T as constant. Correct? Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it is simple variable separable. I can cross multiply. I'll get dV is equals to minus K into T plus K into T into dt. Let's integrate both the sides. So what is integration of dV? It is V is equals to minus kt is constant. So I'll take it outside. And what is integration of 1? T plus k into t square by 2 plus c. Now, as you can see here in this equation, there are two unknowns. What two unknowns are there? C. Achha, we have only one unknown. Sorry, it is C. Right? So, how to find C? By using boundary conditions. Let us say what is the boundary condition here. Can you get boundary condition is the main aim, because in this question it is not so simple to get the boundary condition. Achha, I'll give you a hint. Look at all the options. You will see the options, what variables they are in term of and what we have. This is in terms of capital T K. We have capital T K. Here it is I. See, what is I? Here is also I. Here it is no I. So we need to get some I. What is I? Yes, here. Let I be the purchase value. What do you mean by purchase value? This is the hidden meaning. So I'll write the equation again on the next slide. V is equals to minus kt into t. V is equals to minus kt into t plus kt square by 2 plus c plus kt square by 2 plus c. Yeah. Purchase value. Purchase value means the time when we purchase the item, and after that it gets depreciating. एक नया फोन लिया, बराबर, नया फोन तो फुल प्राइस में ही लोगे ना, और जैसे जैसे फिर टाइम पासेस, 1 साल हो गया, 2 साल हो गया, 3 साल हो गया, फोन की वैल्यू कम होते जाएगी. So I be the purchase price. That means the boundary condition is when I purchase the equipment, that is t equals to 0, then the initial price was I. So if I put this here, I'll get I is equals to 0, 0, c. That means c ka value is I. So finally the equation will become V is equals to minus kt into t plus kt square by 2 plus I. Now I need to see what they want. क्या चाहिए भाई उन लोग को? हाँ, here it is. Then the scrape value. Here also is a hidden meaning. Scrape value means जब लाइफ खत्म हो जाती है. लाइफ खत्म कब होगी? जब भी टाइम t will be the total life in years. एक सपोज फोन को 3 साल लगता है एकदम खराब हो जाने में, हैंग होता है फिर एंड ऑल. सो 3 years is the life of that phone. So here it is, capital T is the total life in years. So that means after capital T time, I will scrape the product. So when time T equals to capital T, they want me to find the scrape value. That means V is equals to question mark. I hope you got this condition. जब भी उसका इक्विपमेंट का टाइम पूरा हो जाएगा तो हम लोग उसको कबाड़ वाले को दे देंगे. व्हेन वी गिव टू द कबाड़ वाला, ही गिव्स अस सम मनी. दैट मनी इज कॉल्ड अ स्क्रैप वैल्यू. Got it? So if I put here, I'll get V is equals to T की जगह पे कैपिटल T, तो हो जाएगा माइनस के टी स्क्वायर प्लस के टी स्क्वायर बाई 2 प्लस आई. तो आई को पहले लिख देता हूं. ये क्या हो जाएगा? minus kt square by 2. So V is equals to I minus kt square by 2. Let's see the options. है क्या किधर? Oh, here it is. Option 2 is my correct answer. Got it? So this was a very interesting question. The main thing here was to identify the initial and final condition, that is a boundary condition. Clear है यहाँ तक? So then let's look at one last question, and then we'll end the session and the chapter. From today is Tuesday. So from day after tomorrow, Thursday, we'll be starting with vectors. Correct? Let's see the next question. It's a very simple question. You can solve. Chalo. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve. You can easily solve it. And मुझे answer बताओ. चलो. पूरा आंसर बोलने की जरूरत नहीं. You can say option कौन सा है, ABCD टाइप कर लो. You don't need to write this all. Differential equation is given. Boundary condition is also given. You just need to integrate, get the value of C and get the value of PT. PT पूछा है ना? Come on guys. How will you solve the differential equation? First write it in the way we know. ये TT हटाओ. So how do you solve the differential equation? We have 3 methods again. Variable separable, homogeneous, linear. Generally, you will not get homogeneous because the aim of these questions is not to make you solve homogeneous differential equation, that lengthy method, y equals to vx, do page baro and all. If they would have that aim, then they would ask the question on homogeneous differential equation. The aim is to get initial final condition and to solve a real life problem using this. So basically, you will either get variable separable or linear D. We have solved both. दोनों के क्वेश्चंस कर लिए हमने, वेरिएबल सेपरेबल किया, एंड लास्ट में आई थिंक लास्ट क्वेश्चन वी डिड लास्ट टू लास्ट क्वेश्चन वी डिड लीनियर डी. नो वन सॉल्व टिल हियर. अच्छा, let me give you something. This is a linear d, right? dy by dx plus py equals to q. So I can write this as dp by dt minus 1 by 2 p is equals to minus 200. So this is my p dash and this is my q dash. So now you can easily solve. अभी तो बचा ही नहीं है कुछ, c के वैल्यू के लिए बाउंड्री कंडीशन भी दी है. So I guess I'll also start solving, है ना? चलो, इंटीग्रेटिंग फैक्टर e raised to minus 1 by 2 t आएगा. So my answer will be p into e raised to minus 1 by 2 t is equals to integration of minus 200 into e raised to minus t by 2 लिख लेते हैं ना, dt. So p into e raised to minus t by 2 is equals to minus 200 e raised to minus t by 2 upon minus half प्लस c. माइनस हाफ क्यों आया? t का कोएफिशिएंट है. सो ये e को मैं c के साथ भेज देता हूं और ये हो जाएगा p इज इक्वल्स टू 400 plus c e raised to t by 2. I got this. Just substitute the initial condition. Someone got the answer? No one till now. Come on guys. Initial condition क्या है? इसका मतलब कि t is equals to 0, p equals to 100. So if I put this, what I'll get? c. c क्या मिलेगा? c equals to, come on, what will be c? नहीं, अभी भी कुछ नहीं. माइनस 300. यस, t को 0 रखा, दिस विल बिकम e रेज टू 0 1, ये 100 है तो माइनस 300. एंड या सो यू गॉट द आंसर. इट इज p इज इक्वल्स टू 400 minus 300 into e raised to t by 2. Option e raised to t by 2 first. Got it? So that's it for this chapter. We'll see you guys day after tomorrow. I hope you are excited to learn vectors. Vectors के लिए we'll almost, like, we have only 2 chapters. Actually there are 3 chapters: vectors, 3D and probability. But vectors and 3D we consider one chapter in the module. So vectors and 3D will be doing simultaneously. I hope to seeing you in the next lecture. Till then, bye bye, take care everyone. Tata.